three different areas. One is core skills, which are common across the organization. And as a company, you want those skills to be developed in the organization. So you deliver training courses on that, and you have your own programs and frequency of doing that. There are a set of programs which are required for the people which are level specific for their career growth, for them to be effective in the organization. When people are moving up, they are moving into supervisory role, into managerial role, into strategic roles. So you want to equip them to play those roles effectively. So that's the kind of courses which they want to do. Then there are other types of courses which are required to perform certain activities because of the processes or the activities which have been introduced in the organization. So all these which I am telling you is the ones which the company wants them to do. Now, coming to the question of what employee wants to do, you'll have to find a balance between it, because at the end of the day, organizations are not adult learning centers. Nobody provides anybody free lunches. If an organization invests in the employees on their career development, they do it with a certain return in their mind. Of course, there is an element of personal development for the employee in it, but largely the employer's investment is driven by the intrinsic return which that investment the organization is making in it. So if you look at it from that perspective, you have to look at the role and the level where the employee is in their career movement, what is the next role they are going to be.
So you have to maintain a balance. Very good. Very good. Okay, the last topic that we have, and that all of you have been able to see for the last few minutes, it's knee jerks. And so we'll start with you. The idea here is that at times when the business is down, business is slow, HR is forced into making decisions in a matter of days when they would wish for months for planning and strategy development. So these are called knee-jerk movements. When you have to, when you're forced into a situation like this, my question to all of the panelists, and that would be the last question, starting with Mr. Faiz, would be what should be your guiding light? What should be the flash of inspiration? How should you judge every decision that you make during the tough time when you're forced into making a knee-jerk decision? What should be the guiding light? And that's a question that I have for all of the panelists.
Okay.
So you can start with the last.
I have 2 minutes, right?
You have 2 minutes,
okay.
Yes.
So I think I would also like to connect this question with the previous one.
Please do.
Okay. I agree with Durrani Saab that there are many training programs which are core programs, and it is a part of the overall organizational system that to move from this cadre to the next higher cadre, these are the competencies they must have. So they will be sent over the training programs. However, the training programs which we are talking about here, management development programs, a soft skills program, I think in my career of last 20 years in Pakistan, I remember only 3 companies having worked with over 500 organizations. I only remember 3 clients of mine who called me with a specific need. Faiz, ye need hai. And I think one of those clients is sitting right next to me. Back in '98, he was working for American Express, and I have done those programs here. He called, he said, Faiz, we are preparing ourselves for the Malcolm Baldrige Award, and one of the criteria is employee satisfaction. We are falling behind, and I give you 4 hours to design a program to to beef up their motivation level so we don't fail. You sir remember, back in '98? So unfortunately, most of the HR managers, they don't really know, and that's also the second question which you recently asked. What is happening is that suddenly after 9 months, 3 months would have left for the year to end, and they would realize, oh, training नहीं की इस साल हमने, वो पैसे ज़ाया हो जाएंगे, बुलाओ किसको बुलाओ, जिसकी शक्ल अच्छी होगी, जिसकी ईमेल ज़्यादा आई होंगी, उसको बुला लिया जाएगा. Not based on their needs, based on whoever was available at the budget and who had a better face or maybe a better shape or whatever. Now, as HR managers, if their training and development activity was planned, they would have been very specific based on the employee satisfaction surveys. If that exercise is being carried out in every organization on an annual basis, And that is the core role of the HR function, to see the employee motivation. So they would know exactly if employees are going through the stress level or work-life balance, so they can identify the training topics, and then they can use that chart, training needs, to assess or to call upon the trainers.
Very good.
Okay, no.
But 2 minutes, you promised me.
No, okay.
Mr. Akram, thank you very much.
That is also part of the answer for the question.
It is.
Okay. So
Okay.
proactivity is something which we
that's the
require,
guide. That's the
crisis
guiding light.
does not occur.
Very good. Thank you very much. Mr. Akram, again, अगर आपको quick decisions लेना हो during tough times, आपके पास time नहीं है, the thoughtful, strategy development process that you have in mind, quick decision लेना है, and what should be the guiding light for all the people sitting in front of you during tough times? HR के पास flash of inspiration किसकी होनी चाहिए जब short term या long term quick decisions लेना हो?
देखिए, I think quick decision लेने के लिए HR के पास जो preparedness चाहिए, वासिफ ने बात की थी पिछले सेशन में भी, you need to know your stuff.
ठीक है. First thing is you need to know your stuff.
Know your stuff. You need to know your surveys. You need to know your costs. You need to know your employees. You need to know where the gaps in the organization are there. You need to know where the strengths of the organization are there. And only then HR can come up, because then HR is, every department can and does have knowledge of their own people in their own area. And HR has a facility of having a overall view across the organization. So when you know your stuff across the organization, in those times, this knowledge of HR can be useful in facilitating a quick decision. You would know where the strengths, where your mainstays are, where your high performers are, who you can depend on delivering results, who are your good project managers, who can deliver in tough times, who can deliver in short time. So all these.
So know-how is important. Yeah. Very good. So we had, if I was to summarize everything in words, then we have proactivity and then we have the basic know-how. Yes, next.
Okay, and your question is how to avoid knee-jerk.
No, we just, since time थोड़ा short था, तो we made it कि knee-jerk decisions अगर लेने हो, तो flash of inspiration या guiding light क्या होनी चाहिए, जिसकी basis पे आप decision ले सकें.
Okay, because what I was gonna say, because probably this is the last closing.
ठीक है.
Right?
जी it is.
So I was gonna comment more on HR, because very recently even I found out there was a program on sustainable enterprise that I attended, and it's what is sustainable. It's long term. You see what is happening right now. The world is not static. You know, there've been wars, there've been Great Depression, there've been period of geographical boundaries change, so things have been happening. HR मुगल के ज़माने में भी था, उससे पहले भी था, अभी भी है. जब ब्रिटिशर्स आए थे तब भी HR था. सिर्फ HR का level change होता गया. So your core is the same. What I'm saying, then in order to be sustainable, don't lose your core. Stay focused. जो कि इन्होंने भी बात की, and I think Wasif also mentioned it. But then, you evolve, and HR is evolving. There are 8-10 things which have been identified which give HR's contribution to have a sustainable enterprise. And we know, we've been talking about it. I just want to see to repeat some of them. One is leadership development program, because they have conducted a survey of Fortune 100 companies, employees who have gone through highs and lows, but they are still sustainable, and the contribution of HR to that. So one is leadership development, which is very traditional, training and development, we've talked about it, talent management, diversity and multiculturalism, ethics and governance, very important, creating and inculcating values, health and safety, workforce engagement. Two areas that they have added. One is change management and the other is collaboration and teamwork. So if HR, as of today, if we focus in these areas, the chances are there will be no knee-jerk reaction. They will, we'll be able to make wiser decisions.
Wiser decisions, very good. So
you will face situation when you have to make very quick